Sean put out this video of basically this kind of CoffeeZilla vibes, I guess, where he's doing like some breakdown of, I guess, match fixing in Tier 2 Valorant. Desperation evidence. Ooh, evidence could be risky, bro. You could maybe potentially think somebody's match fixing, but in reality they're just ass. Ooh, that could really if he got any of this wrong, that could really hurt a player's career. So hopefully he didn't get any of that wrong. Okay, so he's just explaining at the beginning.
16-year-olds.
He's just explaining that people get offered to throw. That's fine. Getting offered to throw happens no matter what. Actually throwing's different.
To throw a single game. While these people are,
it's kind of crazy that people pay $20,000 to like $60,000 for someone to throw a game,
or hundreds of thousands,
or 200,000.
Depending on how long this has gone on for, or how far it truly extends. It's likely to be millions by this point. This is literally the kind of scandal that could kill competitive gaming in Valorant. It started when I investigated 2 people.
Investigated 2 people.
Quick second.
What 2 people did he invest? Oh, here's one. Bray, I guess. Uh-oh.
This is my good old friend Bray.
Oh wait, is this a friend or is this not a friend?
AKA one of one Bray, AKA Bray on chain. He is the guy that's reaching out to everyone, and this right here, this is what his Twitter looked like. Well, at least for last week, before he deleted a lot of the incriminating evidence. He follows pretty much everyone in the tier 2 scene. You can only see about 50 people deep. You can even see, several that I found that were following back before people started realizing that I was onto this whole thing. These days, you're not going to see any of that, right? It's pretty much all wiped clean. Thanks to some very amazing people that reached out to me, though. Behind the scenes, we actually have evidence of Bray reaching out to at least 4 different players to fix matches. So Teague, who currently plays for Landor, and Practo,
so he's actually calling people out. Okay. I was not expecting this. I was expecting this to be kind of like,
on Burger Boys, have actually helped me quite a bit in this investigation. And they deserve all the praise in the world for doing that. I'm really hoping the community takes care of these too.
The one thing that I will say that is weird about this video and the way Sean presented this all is he presented it as if he's like a content creator in the space that does stuff like this regularly. And that was the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way. I think what he's doing is great, trying to call out and find people for match fixing and get them out of the scene. That's good. But I feel like the way he went about presenting it definitely felt very content creator, which I feel like if you're entering the space and you're trying to catch people in their dirty actions, doing it that way, it doesn't feel good. But from like a consumer watching perspective, I guess.
Working with them actively to craft conversations in their DMs. And these are how our conversations with Bray went. So here you can see, this is how Bray opened up the conversation with Practo, right? Showing and flaunting these Burger Boys bets against Blue Otter.
Burger Boys.
Drops all 3 of the 10 grand bets for a 2-0 for Burger Boys to beat Blue Otter. And says, thank you, Practo. Love you. And then Practo says, jokingly back, I got you, bro. This time only, though. This is Practo joking completely, by the way, up top. And then that's when Bray takes over and says, yo, Practo, you got Discord? Add me, twin. I'm always here. Just saying, you can make $1 million at 19. Yo, Teague, let's make 100K each in your next game. What's your Discord? I got 20K for you. Imagine you're one of these young kids, you don't have a salary, and this gem enters. From there, he'll actually take it over to Discord, where you can see Bray starts off, sup G, Landor have any games coming up? Maybe challenge is kind of dead at the moment with playoffs starting soon, so we don't have any VCL matches till July. Split 3, July 4, right? What I do is pay challenger players. For example, I'll send a bet slip real quick. Hold on. So when you have a close game, for example, you're playing a good team, I'll pay you 20K to underperform. 10 before the game and 10 after the game. If the odds are good, I can get you 30 for a game. I don't want to get...
What? What do you mean 10 before and 10 after? What the hell kind of deal is this?
Cut for playing poorly since I did shit last split. But is there any way to do it and win? And Bray says, we have streamer accounts on multiple sports books. So that's how we can bet 6 figures plus on challenger games. And that's the secret sauce right there. And that's a big takeaway is These streamer accounts on the betting sites are how these guys are capable of even dropping bets this big on challenger games. And Bray says, nah, LOL, to Teague's message. But if it's like a close game 50-50 and you're playing a good team, it wouldn't look crazy if you had an unlucky game. You feel me? Or just to get Teague one-tapped on their eco round. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like subtle shit. That makes a difference in the round, but not to most watching it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Can bet maps too. So if you play bad for one map, or I just said throw an eco round accidentally on map 1, so you could just shit the bed one map and still win and make money? And Bray says, yes, we should lock in for real. We will speak more about numbers and shit, about maps when odds...
This is awful. How is there such a big scene for betting on matches in Valorant? Like, what? Doesn't there have to be viewership for people to want to bet? I don't understand. You can just bet on, I mean, I guess you could bet on anything. You don't need any form of anything. You just do it. It's fucking crazy. These are games that are so off meta in terms of like viewership and what people want to watch. These are like tier 2 matches that are like the beginning of tier 2 matches, like not deep down in challengers, not even mid probably. It's probably like literally early challenger matches. So the fact that there's $20 to $100 to $200,000 being bet on matches that are early challenger where there's probably no viewership is mind-boggling to me. That's mind-boggling to me. But I guess it's just a business, right? They're just trying to make their gamba money, I guess. It's like betting on WNBA games like 10 years ago. I don't know anything about that. You can honestly bet on NBA 2K25 on FanDuel. Is that the game?
Come out for your games. Everything makes sense now. There were some crazy upsets this split. Motherfuckers were getting their bags. And Bray goes, yeah, bro. Fucking like Prosperity Esports in Burger Boys and shit.
Burger
Bam.
Boys.
And
Burger
just like
Boys.
that, 2 of them found. Thank you so much, Bray. Bray on May 14th to Teague. It's ready for you when you want it. This guy literally put Teague's wallet and 20 grand ready to send to Teague. And this is what he's constantly enticing you, right? He's not leaving these leads dead. And you can see, yeah, I understand. I work with a few Valorant players at the moment, and this is on May 1st. I hid the team for privacy reasons, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. And he flaunts this right here bet. Holy shit. The payout for this, $230,188.10. This guy placed a bet not on the series, but on map 2 when a team was winning 5-3. That's how you read this. So he's going to get 1.72 times what this number is, which is what he staked up. And he's betting at a time of the series where it was 1-0, the second map, and the score was 5-3. And you can see, do you know anyone else that would be interested? I'll cut you in profit, obviously. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that the specific person's doing it. You just have to refer a friend. You get a signing bonus. Everything is anonymous, and you will make minimum 5 figures per game. Please delete messages. Whenever you want to be driving a Lambo, you know the guy to go to. And then
Goddamn crypto bros. Goddamn crypto bros.
he hits him up again on the 19th. I am recording this on the 21st. This guy is still messaging people. And this is regarding the playoffs of North American Challengers. Even though he knows I know. He knows I know. He literally has a clip talking about me to my players. He's playing ranked to this day.
Can this even be stopped though? Like if this Bray guy is trying to get people into match fixing and shit, how do you even stop that? There's no way to stop it unless somehow it goes to literal like the police. This guy will just continue to find more players to throw with. Like actually, how do you stop it? The cops aren't going to come to his fucking door. It doesn't matter if he gets like banned from Valorant. That doesn't matter at all. Nothing, Riot can't do anything. So like, what do you do? I mean, I guess the only thing you could do is punish the people that get caught doing it. But this will still happen. And then yeah, if this guy stops, someone else will take his place. So how do you actually stop a match fixing like scenario like this that just keeps going? I don't know. Stake will not pay out if there's anything suspicious. Well, I mean, I'm sure this isn't through Stake, bro. This is probably through some random ass, jank ass gambling site. You know, it's crazy to say out loud, but there is a difference between like a there is a difference between I mean, there's two very big differences there. So I'm sure this isn't a stake angle or something. On
Right Game servers.
Yo, Paint, how do you feel about the current stage of Tier 2 Valorant?
I think, honestly, it's in a really bad state.
Sean Gares thinks the same thing.
But I think I can understand people's reasonings behind what they do. Because it was already in a bad state beforehand.
I'm really helping the community.
He's offering $50,000 to this game. $40,000 guaranteed. $40,000 to lose map 1. And I'm going to bet Burger Boys money line for 20K. Just for fun.
Dude, what's crazy is most players... How do you even react to that? Most players would probably think it's a scam right away, right? For sure. But... as we all know, many people fall for scams. So,
just for fun though, just for funsies, when down 1-0, and he does this to change the odds, right? Those live odds, you can bet live in the game. That's how sinister this really is. Let me know ASAP. And Practo responds shortly after. I'm good. Thanks for the offer though. And you can see,
thanks for the offer. It's crazy.
As the conversation progresses here, if the players get a little finicky, they get worried. Bray literally tells them, delete all these messages. You don't need to keep this here. Let's move our messages to Telegram. No one's gonna catch us there. This is the message that you'll see a lot. Everything's
move our convos to Telegram. Move our convos to Telegram.
So he's moving everything to Telegram, and this is May 16th, just days after Riot started their investigation. And this is what I was fearful of. The second these guys know that you're onto them, whoop, everything is gone. Nothing is left. No proof of anything. And
I mean, that's clearly a lot of proof right there. But nothing about the players.
if you didn't report it, you're too late. And these people are a little bit scared, right? If I get caught doing this, I'm going to lose my livelihood. You know, I could lose all of this time I sunk in.
That's zero proof? What? That's zero proof what you just got there. Are you an idiot? Bro, what? That is... I mean, it's zero proof for the players, but it's proof for whoever the fucking Bray guy is that's the fucking wheeling and dealing. What do you mean that's zero proof?
So you're worried about getting leaked? Just DM me on Telegram, this encrypted peer-to-peer chat messaging program where, you know, we can talk there about throwing this game and cryptocurrency and how untraceable it could be. You know, it is very difficult to catch this.
That could be forged. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, for sure they forged this to bring down the evil man Bray. Bro, what?
Just because
they still don't have confirmation that he went through with any of them. That's true. They don't have confirmation that Bray went through with any of them. But he's literally sending you screenshots of all of his bets that he is doing. So... I mean, if it's not proof to like send him to jail, but it's proof that this guy's doing this. You know?
Just because the Discord messages are empty doesn't mean anything to me, truthfully. I mean, I've seen it back in the IBA Power days where, you know, the players denied it for months and months and months and, you know, dragged the community through the mud. And it wasn't until a leaked text message from an ex-girlfriend where it all came crumbling down. It's hard to believe that a lot of these people just had conversations die out when I see how this guy's treated convos with both Practo and Teague. Just constantly keep going, keep asking, prodding. That's going to bring us into our next part. That's how the conversation goes. But truthfully, people like Bray are also
not sure why people are trying to die on a hill defending this guy. I don't think they're dying on the hill defending him. I think they're just... I think they want to catch the players more than the person that's talking to the players, right? Because, like, you're never gonna be able to catch the person that's going to the players and, yo, you want to throw? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? That person that's like saying all that shit, that guy doesn't matter. What matters is the players that are actually saying yes. Those are the people that's important, and those are the people that you're gonna actually catch and get them out of your scene. But you can never get rid of people like Bray. Like Bray, whoever this Bray guy is that's doing all the match fixing and doing all the deals, you can never get rid of him. That guy's going to do this forever, and if it's not him, it's someone else. You got to find the players. So I'm assuming he's going to try to call out players, but that's risky. That's a slippery slope, because if you don't have any receipts to back up someone potentially throwing, you could potentially ruin their whole fucking life. So I'm assuming if he does call anyone out that is a player, he's probably going to have receipts, or else this is going to be a really bad video, in the sense of like it could hurt more than it could help.
Crypto groups, and those groups are connected and run by people like this guy, Cooker Flips, and he is the founder of Pastel Alpha, which is a crypto trading group where they give people suggestions on like what cryptocurrencies to buy. In my experience, I've been in crypto for quite a while, these types of groups lose you money because the people running the groups are the first to buy crypto, and if you buy first and you dump on the guy that buys second, well, that guy's stuck holding your bag and then needs to get someone to buy at a higher price than he bought in. So the people that often start these groups have a lot of purchasing power. They'll buy heavy into the crypto ahead of time at very low cost, and then when you come into the group and get the suggestion, they're looking for the chart to bump up. They can then kind of slightly sell off onto you, and then you're left holding the bag. I don't really have insight into their crypto group, but I do know that this guy has made some serious bets
Cooker
on
Flips
these challenger games. Some serious bets on Burger Boys of all teams. Wow, that is surprising.
Burger Boys is a big throwing team, huh?
And
okay.
What do you know? They're actually playing Blue Otter. That's the team that Fair plays for. So wow, this is so coincidental. And what do you know? He put 30 grand on this game. Holy moly. And also a 2-0, 30 grand. He must have felt really confident about that one. So looking through what's left of some of the stuff on Cooker's profile, you can see a little bit of how this guy operates, right? What's going to happen here, and what you're going to notice, is he actually has some legitimate bets. And what that's all about is, truthfully, he's just washing the money. Think Breaking Bad Walter White and the car wash, right? This guy's trying to take this illegitimate money that is only coming in from challenger games and make it look like he's also making money on other things. Because if you only made millions of dollars on challenger games and you didn't also, lose some on coin flippy VCT games that you're just kind of guessing on, well, then it would look really weird. I speculate that he's kind of washing some of this money, but you can see his profit margins have just got it.
I don't know if that's exactly the right. I feel like that's not washing your money, but he's just trying to make himself look more legitimate by betting in more places rather than one.
Insane in some of it. He's just giving money away all of a sudden on Twitter. Everyone's getting giveaways, and this is an expense for him because he's building his brand.
Just trying to hide it, yeah.
Free money that he's getting from challenger games. He did.
What always confuses me about this kind of format of betting and like how it's this crypto shit is like, is it even real? Like, are these real numbers? Like, are these people like actually making hundreds of thousands and millions of real dollars? Or is it just a number on a website? You know what I mean? Like, are they getting literal cash? Not crypto money. Fuck crypto money. I'm talking literal cash. You can get all the crypto money in the world, but it's not going to really matter because you only spend it in certain places. I'm talking literal cash. They can convert it to cash. Okay. So there is ways to convert your crypto into cash. But I don't know, like, this might not be crypto. This might just be some fucking weird-ass random number that's not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are these websites? What do these numbers actually mean?
Here on Prosperity, and we do know a thing or two about Prosperity, according to my boy Bray, so that's interesting. They beat our team. You might notice that he has some notable followers, such as Josh RT. And when I saw this, I couldn't believe it, right? I was like, why is Josh following this guy? And so I did indeed get Josh in a call, and I am pretty happy to say I'm fairly confident Josh RT is actually very unlucky in this whole thing, right? They basically reached out and they tried to give him free access to the crypto group. They said it's a very expensive service, and they use him as almost kind of like an advertising method. So right here, you can see him, you know, basically flaunting his open DMs on the stream live for everyone to see.
What rank am I in Val? I'm ass. I think I'm like silver or bronze. I don't play Val, like seriously. I don't have time to play, you know, I don't have time to put any effort into these games anymore.
The fuck am I looking at?
Like, no point.
No point. I mean, silver, bronze, doesn't really fucking matter. This guy is just a savant when it comes to picking NA Challenger games. Coin flippy ones too, on the underdogs. He loves the underdogs. It's like that IQ bell curve. This guy's so far on the left, he's like on the right side with the geniuses. I'm stuck in the middle. I'm getting cooked out here. Why are they betting tens of thousands of dollars on tier 2 Valorant matches when you're bronze and silver? Yeah, why? You don't understand the game, and you don't even have time to play. Well, I think we know why.
I mean, you don't have to be
Valorant.
That's a kind of a, you know, you don't have to be good at a game to bet on it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Used to have a lot of money in its peak. At its peak, around like 2020, you know, early quarantine days to 2022, there were so many orgs. And to show that, you can actually go to the subreddit. These are some of the orgs that we've lost since franchising. That is a lot of logos. I am literally getting nerd chills looking at this. These are teams that I co-streamed, I casted when I was a caster, orgs that paid serious salaries and have great backing.
I wonder if, hear me out. I wonder if Valorant and Riot knows that there's a problem and they don't support the scene as well as they could because they're trying to fix it. Because if they were to try to support the scene now, it would only juice up the match fixing problem. So I wonder if they're just like, they're kind of like, they back off a little bit and then they're trying to fix it, and then they could kind of, Riot doesn't even run T2 Val anymore. Oh shit. I did not know that.
As you go on, there's just less and less paying opportunities.
Riot's in on it, yeah, for sure. For sure. Company making billions is in on it. Yep.
In this space. And what that does,
the tinfoil hat is showing
absolute vacuum of what these guys just sunk in thousands of hours to get paid for. You learned how to be a pro gamer in Valorant, and now there's no money in the scene. And you might miss out on a lot of opportunities in those years that you were doing that. You might have put a relationship on hold. You might have put school on hold. You might have put an important job on hold.
Okay, we're gonna skip this part. What's this evidence part?
I'm sure a common question is going to be, how did I stumble into this? Truthfully, it all started with that loss against Blue Water. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me when I signed off the co-stream. So I went back that night and I rewatched the VODs. I have rarely in my career, I can't even remember times where I've got out of a game and I thought the other team was cheating in some kind of way. I believe it to be a loser mentality, and it will hinder growth in any kind of competitive sport. So I try not to cope and use these things as excuses. And honestly, I don't think I ever have in my whole career. But this match was different. I was very confident.
I've played with Sean for years, and that is true. I remember one time, though. I was talking 10 years ago. I'm talking 10 years ago when I was in, we were doing a boot camp in Sweden. And obviously I was on his team with Semphis and Hiko and Jordan. And I know exactly the feeling he's talking about. The feeling that he's talking about is when you play a match or you play a scrim, they have a certain feeling, right? You play them, they feel legit, they feel normal every day. That when you get one that feels off, you like can't shake that feeling of like, why did that feel so off? What happened in that match that made it feel off? And I'll never forget that we were in Sweden. We were at God, what's like I forgot the name of the most popular freaking internet cafe. It's really, really popular. I forgot the name of it. You guys probably know it, but we were boot camping there, and we were scrimming against an EU team. And me and Semphis were playing Mirage, and me and Semphis, right after like the match ended or the scrim, we were like, bro, that fucking dude is cheating. Like somebody like that dude is cheating right now. And then we had to go back and watch and watch and watch and watch. And then everybody on our team thought we were crazy. But me and Semphis were like, bro, this guy is fucking cheating. And I know exactly, my point of what I'm saying is I know exactly the feeling that he's getting. He plays a match, it feels off, someone's doing something suspicious, I need to go back and watch it. That guy that I'm referring to did end up getting banned for cheating. So, luckily, Inferno Online, thank you. That Inferno Online is the place. That place was sick, dude. Sweden is fucking cool.
The coaches were very confident coming into this match, and I'm looking at this and I just couldn't believe it all. Like, this team caught so many timings, and they beat our team who came into this match very, very prepared. Honestly, super prepared for a lot of the stuff Fair ended up doing even. But he just caught immaculate timings across the map, took space in ways that I've never seen anyone take space while using zero utility. So that's when I decided, okay, I have to dive into this, Blue Otter game against Burger Boys. What I'm about to show you is
Burger Boys.
bizarre. Now, what you're going to know...
Okay, so this is the danger of this video. This is where I'm really concerned, because if he doesn't have receipts or actual some proof, and it's just a feeling, yeah, you might not be able to shake this feeling. Yeah, you might like emotionally you're attached to it, and you're like, yeah, there's definitely something shady going on. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if there's no receipts. So
notice here is Bob over here at Dish. Send it. Absolutely send it. I don't know if I've seen anyone do this. She runs it.
That's Dish? Oh, yeah, that's Dish. Okay.
Down and drones from this aggressive spot. The stealth drone on Teo. Now, this drone is seen by everyone. It sees the Cypher. It sees people in the deep lines. And so you would think that Bob solo Dish and no one around to push would just respect that and let it go. No, not at all. Bob sends it. The gun isn't even out when you look at Bob through the wall. And on your screen, that's fair. I just watched this one round and I couldn't even believe it. I mean, this looks
That actually is really weird. That is round one. That is definitely weird. Obviously, no way of knowing. But it is really weird to drone, see 1, 2, 3, 4 people, be a solo player Dish and be like, fuck it, I'll swing.
absurd.
And then obviously this guy's running out with his knife, but
Absurd.
this one's like, whatever.
And so again, at this point, I'm
Both of them just die.
pretty interested. It keeps getting crazier. Round 6. Again, they're just sending it. They're just sending it. Let knife out. Like, what? You're playing against a breach Teo Neon. I mean, this is insane. Why are they not counter-utiling is what I'm thinking. So, they're just sitting here. I mean, Bob hits some miraculous shots. I'm not going to lie to get those 2 kills. But then you keep watching, and you can see, even though there's a neural theft, even though 3 people were spotted, or I'm sorry, 2 extra people were spotted Dish, they end up getting that kill on Ziku into them. But if you watch Brimstone, watch Zoe Stoll, running with knife out right now. So they get the spike, running knife out. The gun isn't even out. Now, that is crazy. That's crazy. I'm just baffled at this point. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And this is when I started to realize I don't even think this is a one-person thing anymore. Bob.
First he thought one person was doing it. Now he thinks it's the whole team. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm not even sure what Bob's doing here. Truthfully, like maybe changing the angle of her jiggle, but there's no support. And they're playing a Neon that could run her down. And I mean, watch how this plays out. I mean, so she chickles out wide, immediately gets stunned, peeks out, dies. This guy peeks out, dies.
Those nice shots.
And, you know, the round's literally just over. This ult is just crazy to me. There's no way that this feels like a good idea. And then the next part of the play is even more wild. So he goes for the Neon, which obviously is just going to run away and live. Even though the Neon had 1 HP, he boom bots through the smoke to give away his spot. Now look at where these other 2 players are here. Do you think those players can trade? Do you think those players can do anything? Of course not. Now this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team. It doesn't even look like the same person right now. This looks like the same person took horse tranquilizers. Then we get to round 18. I mean, things are getting a little close, so it would be kind of crazy if they won this round and got to 9-9 because they do have to win 2-0. So we are in crunch time right now. We must lose, but we have some good util in this comp. So what are we going to do? Well, we can't make it too obvious. We're going to satchel in. We're going to plant immediately. We're going to fake. Going to kill this Cypher. Spike goes down. Now this is where things get absolutely insane. Now they have 3 power ults here. Zeke, the Breach, decided it would be an incredible idea to run out of main right here and just shoot his classic and die. Fair plants, and honestly has a decent idea for what would be called like a zoning ult in pro play. I actually don't feel like Fair's play in this particular scenario is horrible at the pro level. You know, pulling the ult out to stop the insta flood, giving some time on the post for your teammates to reposition. Also, not a bad ult to shoot. If Practo wasn't full HP, this is a kill. So hits Practo very low. Now you might be wondering, how do they lose this post plant with all of this utility? How do they do it? It's almost like you can't even defuse the spike if these guys just layer their utility properly. So let's see. Here we go. We have the Brim Molly landing. Oh, that'll shave off quite a bit of time. The Boombot comes out. That makes him, you know, aware that no one's coming from this side, so he can watch the other side. It's pretty normal. It's pretty normal. You have Bob playing deep with Teo ult. Okay, we have double ult still. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know what Teo does. I don't know his ult.
The tap comes in.
Oh, it's the line,
the
right?
Teo ult happens.
Yeah.
You can see Fair now ignoring Arcade. Okay, gets killed in the side of the head. Now they immediately Brim ult without waiting for the next tap. I mean, you can even see where the Teo ult is right there. Yeah, if this happened in a vacuum, I would be inclined to believe that it was an accident. And if also it happened to a team that, you know, hasn't had players playing challengers for multiple seasons now, I would think, okay, maybe that's an accident. But again, we have to just keep seeing it, you know? Fair dies tower. These 3 are taking the site. Both of the ults have been wasted. So what are we going to do? Well, we still have missiles. So holy shit. It's actually great. Let's see what's happening over here. Bob just sitting there, stun out, somehow misses the stun here, gets run down, dies. The Brim is literally just sprinting over here, completely out of the play. And that person dies too. 10-8. It felt like an unlosable round, actually. Let's see what happens on the very following round. I
could see that round being fucked up. While I do believe the other rounds were weird, I could genuinely see them fucking up that round. 9-8, it's close. They need to win this round. They're nervous as fuck. The other clips were weird. This one, I could actually see them fuck it up. I could.
That Neon had an op. I think we all saw that, right? And in pro play, you're typically watching people as they run around at the end of the round, you know, so you definitely want to use some util, especially when you have all this util in this comp. So let's see what they do. It's a good time for your IGL to take a nice jump spot. Oh, well, there goes our smokes. What are we going to cook up now? You can see they missile out main. It's actually so fun to watch. They Vice ult because, yeah, like, why not? Let's waste all of our ults on rounds that we can't win. So you can see Bonnie running out of the site. They take the site. Zeke taps the spike, not plants. There's no util blocking him, by the way, right now. I just want people to realize that. One more look. He's going to tap the spike, not plant safe. Watch Bob's aim. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to sit in the open. Tap, tap, tap. I'll miss a little bit. Tap, tap, tap. Zeke goes back to plant, gets spammed. Now let's watch Fair in this 1-on-2. Getting spammed a little. Let me just jiggle a little bit more. Run around. Oh, spam that? Oh, okay. Let's just hit him with the unreal A rush. You know, let's just hit him with it. This is a work of art.
The plot twist here would be if Burger Boys was throwing too.
Art, quite frankly. So they Teo drone main. They see this op. The Neon dodges the stun, gets a shot. Fair misses. They run up. Now, look at all of this util. Does this look like a good idea to go through this? They have no dish control. They literally have nothing. They're Teo missiles in front of them. Bob is between them. They've stimmed. This Brim is about to molly the other side of this smoke. They don't care. Let's watch. You might be wondering, do they actually get out of this? So they stun the cross smokes, and Bob decides, hit a timing. Let's go. Huh. Unfucking real. Let's watch Haven, just to see, because we could do a side-by-side with Haven, right? Fair played Haven against both teams. So let's just see some what he did against Burger Boys here first, real quick. What are they cooking? So you have that stall smoke that everyone always throws on A. So this stall smoke actually allows people to flood in and play the wall. And it really opens things up for the defense. That's why you see people throw this smoke instead of, a flat smoke anywhere in this rectangle I just drew. Sova, aka Practo, peeks short and gets that kill on Fireball. All right, let's see how Fair enters this. So Fair knows Practo went down short. Okay. Fair's cooking. Let's see what he's cooking. Fair gets the kill backside. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. Keep in mind, we remember that guy did kill our teammate short and grab a gun. So surely we're going to 3-2 on the smoke, or maybe wait for it to fade. Let's see. 1, 2. Huh. That's an idea, but maybe it's just a fluke. Let's see what Bob's cooking. Let's see what she's cooking. FlyQuest, Red Superstar played so well against us, Secondary Duelist, rotating all over, always at the hits. Let's see the same. Oh. Maybe if we slow it down a little bit, it'll be better. Let's check it out. You got this, Bob. Oh. I would say maybe she ran out of mouse pad, but it looks like she doesn't even have a mouse pad. On to the next round. Check out this insane B rush. Now this is, of course, off a barrier. We're gonna run B. Now, what do you think the top priority would be? Jet has the spike. Maybe you want to smoke the links. Use some of that breach util. Maybe you could do the updraft dash onto top site. I actually saw Fair do that in his collegiate game. Maybe.
I mean, there's definitely rounds that are weird, and then there's definitely rounds that are like, you're just kind of like throwing in extra evidence to just like hope it sticks. Like I said, none of this fucking matters if there's no receipt at all. While I think it's weird, it actually doesn't matter if there's no receipt at all. So I'm a little concerned because that was 10 whole minutes of Fracture and no actual receipt. So is there receipts, or is he just throwing these around willy-nilly?
He could,
because that's fucking dangerous.
Top site and updraft dash on it. Any kind of info util, like the Teo drone backside, stun. Let's see. Pop stash. We got to break that cam. For sure, you got to break that cam. So but you got to miss it first. You got to get tagged. You got to go tap, look around.
There's no way to get receipts, though? Yeah, I mean, at least this puts some pressure, I guess, on it. But, I mean, he's straight calling them out. You know? I know you're probably not going to get receipts, but I feel like if you're straight calling these people out, you should do it in a way where you're not fully sure. You just rewatched the VODs, just was curious how the games went, and some stuff was weird. But he didn't go that approach. He went the approach of like, they are 100% doing this, which they could be, but I feel like that's a risky move. He's got to be really confident in order to say that they are actually doing this without receipts anyway. He's got to be pretty fucking confident.
Dash out, but oh, you missed another dash. Dang, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he misses the dash, dies with the spike. Everyone literally just dies in the smoke. Man, that was a pretty good hit. Let's just see how he enters B one more time. Because against us, he doesn't clear left or right, so. Damn, this cam! This cam! Holy, it's fucking him up. Oh my god. Yes.
I don't know what that character's camera does.
Indeed, as the duelist, enter B, look back at the cam, ignore C-Link, ignore back sight, ignore everything, and just died in the back. What? What's their A hit look like? So here we go.
Cam? What? That was not a Cypher cam, was it? What the hell is this? That's not a Cypher cam. Is it? Oh, maybe it is. Oh. Oops.
Light. What? This energy. I like this pace. This is good. Oh. Wait. Did their breach all? Oh. No, they don't got a breach, actually. So, all good. Let's just keep sending it. Shoots that. Let's just, Cloud burst, one-way spawn. High default. All right, now let's see. We do know that guy's on short, chat. Remember? The Jet did break that shield. Let's do a good job.
Did you say chat?
Clearing that, okay? Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Oh, close left, close left. Didn't expect that. It's only on the pistol round of the second half, so it's not really that important of a round. Pistols, bonuses, ult rounds. Oh, break that, break. Let's check and see if they're there. Oh, that's unlucky. That's a bit of a wide jiggle, though. Jesus Christ, man. It's insane that this is from one series that had $30,000 bet on it to be a 2-0. Let's go to the next round. We got the Breach Teo in a no ult util setup alone on C. This doesn't even really make much sense, truthfully. The Omen is playing solo Garage. We can see him. And Fair is playing close B.
Wonder if no receipts as to why, if Sean is worried, compromising the riot investigation. Surely this video should have been delayed until it was finished. Oh, I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, I do believe people are throwing 100%. The beginning of the video proves that people are throwing. To figure out who it actually is, I don't know if this video does that. I really don't. While some shit is mad weird and just borderline, like, absolutely terrible, some of the plays, it's unfortunately not enough.
And Fireball, wait a second. It's 11-4.
In my eyes, I don't think it's enough.
Where's the cam? What the hell? Wait, we bought? We did buy. Let's put our Cypher solo A. Cypher save for next, though. So let's see what Fireball's cooking here. Let's get some info real quick with that cam. So now they know the Cypher's on short. Fireball walks away. Let's take a nice little info peek on long here with that Sheriff. It's only a 5-on-4. This could go either way, so I think we should try to get the numbers a little higher. Oh, Caught. Got me, bro. Okay. Fireball down. Oh, wait a second, Bob. No, we still could have won the round. It's still. Watch, Bob. This is an attack smoke that clouds out front B. Now, in the pro level, this is kind of scary because, and you can even see there's a ping. There's a defensive ping on the left side of the smoke right there. And so they're aware because you can lurk through either side of this smoke, especially when the other team knows your Cypher's dead. So let's see how Bob approaches this smoke. Let's check it out. Wait. Bob, is your gun out? Oh, no, it wasn't out actually. Huh, but someone pinged.
That sucks that you can't actually, dude, why the fuck don't we have replays? If you had replays, you could literally watch every perspective. You have to do the scuffed ass, watch through X-ray bullshit. Where the fuck are the replays, Riot? It's been 5 years. 5.
I'm sure
Marvel Rivals launched with it before the game even came out when it was a goddamn beta.
you could literally just watch all the rounds. I just kind of cherry picked. I mean, honestly, we're fucking full on cherries at this point. So I'm comparing their match histories, and you can see what I've done here is I've highlighted the odds, the map pick. This is Bob, the FlyQuest Red player on Blue Otter. This is her match history leading up to the match against us on the 6th. You can actually see she lost in Game Changers to the Shopify Gold team the day before. And the day before that, she played a different match and lost. And the day before that, she played 3 matches and won all 3. Four matches. Then you have this game, the game that had the $30,000 bet on it. And here you have Fair's profile. And you can also see, he played the match against us, and then he played a collegiate LAN that he lost to a team called Cumberland Phoenix. And that was days before our game. And then he played another game the day before. And I'm just thinking in my head, how is this possible? Our team is playing so well in scrims. We're in amazing form. Now let's look at what their Haven looked like against us.
I don't understand what he just. I literally don't understand. What does this matter? What does this matter, Sean? Like, actually, someone's fucking record on wins and losses doesn't mean a goddamn thing. I'm so confused.
1 week later, with 0 practice. Let's just switch our comp, though, because, we don't have much time to practice, so let's just switch it up. Fair's going B. Maybe he has PTSD about that cam. So Spaz TPs could be a fake TP, could be a real TP, but also there's only one player that he can account for right now, and it's this Cypher. Technically, the breach could have fault lined from a link right there, or in a site. Now, this is a very important round, by the way. I just want to point that out. They are running a double duelist comp. They're in a 5-on-4. Bob, as the secondary duelist, is opping C long. So there's 3 players left in the center of the map right now. None of them are getting info, and they really don't know where we are right now. So let's take a look at this.
Hello.
This pathing. So Spaz.
All right. So this entire evidence part, which is 20 minutes till 40 minutes, is of, I guess, this team, the blue team, Bob, Fair, and whoever else. Seems like this entire 20-minute section is just on them. There's even more. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Is this also on them? Okay.
And
all right, I get the point. I get the point you're trying to make. Is there anything else here? What's here? I get the point.
So we
what
don't
is
know
next?
How Fair is cheating, but these are insane coincidences, right? Right after he threw a game, to say it's not happening with all this evidence would literally be insane. And I'm not gonna lie, I do have theories, but I'll leave that for another day. There are multiple teams that I have a reason to believe are also match fixing within Tier 2. Bray himself has confirmed in DMs that Prosperity and Burger Boys are among the teams that are involved. There are other teams.
Wait, he thinks one of them's cheating too? Oh, cheats. Oh, shit.
Well, high-lowing for this right now and holding the garage push. Ooh. off of Barry.
Oh, is this Sean's team? Oh, that's his point. I see. His point was absolutely unstoppable stats. Couldn't lose a match. Insane best team in T2. To then losing to probably randoms, I think. I think that was his
setup
point.
Actually makes sense. Like their whole tilt and how many much Zeke and wait, I'll back off. You got this. You got this, Fair. But you're the ISO, so you got shield and stuff. So
wait, so not only does he think they're match fixing, they also are cheating?
Hey,
that's crazy.
Honestly, the Waylay could have dove into that even. And, you know, we lost vision of this for a long time. Bear is also clearing A main. All right, it's a long time that just passed. You can see these guys could have gone into that smoke. So surely you're gonna do the thing where you turn your head and you look parallel into the smoke. Every pro does that, right? Let's see. Nope, not into the smoke, but surely on the way out. Surely on the way out. No. He just walks straight through the smoke. Not worried about a Cutler, not worried about anything.
Well, I mean, that was underwhelming. You know? We could, obviously you confirmed match fixing's the thing, but nothing confirmed about the players. Just weird footage, which could be tied to match fixing. Honestly, probably is, but I'm a big evidence kind of guy, you know? Like I want to see literal evidence. So, while I think it was mad weird is hard to go off of for me. But Riot's doing their own investigation. So, see what they say.